Hi everyone, I'm Jeannie Di Bon. Let's get zebra strong. And today we're talking flare-ups. Now we know that flare-ups are a part of life when you have a condition like EDS. They can happen for no particular reason. Sometimes you could be doing the same thing and a flare-up happens, especially when it comes to exercise. So sometimes we might do too much without realizing it. We have that whole boom or bust of exercise and we push too much without realizing that we've pushed too much. We didn't listen to finding our baseline and we caused a flare-up. So that can be quite distressing and obviously quite unsettling, and it puts us out of our routine. But what I found the best way of dealing with flare-ups is really not to put that emotional pressure on yourself. Okay, unfortunately, they are for many people part of life and they do happen. But if we put that emotional pressure on ourselves and feel bad about having a flare-up, feel bad about the fact that maybe we couldn't do the things that we wanted to do. You know, I've had experiences of bad flare-ups sometimes where I've had to cancel all plans, birthday plans and, you know, anniversary plans and things like that. But to make myself feel bad about it would not make that flare-up any better. So be gentle on yourself. You know, it will pass. Now, what we want to do with our exercise routine, if we're exercising appropriately, is flare-ups can be managed to a certain degree. So what I found with myself and with my clients is that through working on our movement patterns and our movement sessions, flare-ups become less and less when they're exercise related. Obviously we can have flare-ups for other reasons like food, medication, stress, etc. But if we're talking exercise related flare-ups, they can actually be reduced. So what we tend to see, the pattern I tend to see, is that flare-ups become less intense. So the amount of days that we're having a flare-up become less, and they become less frequent. So you might start off with a flare that lasts a week and it will take you a long time to get back into things. We want to reduce those days of flares. So the 7-day flare starts to become less and less. So as you start to improve your muscle tone, your movement patterns, your breathing patterns, your whole approach to exercise, I found that this really does happen. And people kind of look at me and go, really? Is that really going to happen? And then after a little while, they come back and say, wow, I can't believe it. My flares are getting less frequent and less intense, until they become to a point where they're, manageable. They barely even notice them. And obviously, ideally, we'd like to get to the point where we can exercise without causing a flare at all. So don't be hard on yourself if you are having exercise-related flare-ups, okay? Look at how you're approaching the exercise. Are you pushing too hard? Are you doing that no strain, no gain approach to exercise, which a lot of us, do tend to do. And maybe we got away with that in the past, but try and take that no pain, no strain approach, not pushing yourself to perform and to do maybe what you used to be able to do in the past. The gentler you are to yourself, the more the body will respond. So that's just a little bit of advice on my experience, my clinical experience of dealing with exercise-related flare-ups. I hope it was useful. Feel free to leave me any comments and I'll definitely get back to you. And thank you for listening, thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, stay zebra strong.